Right, testing's going good with the new update. Somebody got in touch with me, one of my followers, or he just commented, and he did mention there's been no test with the LG15 15cm 6-inch coil. So what I'm going to do, I haven't done anything on it yet. I have been messing about and that, but I haven't done anything major on it yet, so I'll do this video now so you can see. And with, obviously you want to see certain things, if you comment and I can do it, I'll do the test for you. I'll do the test for you. If there's any test that anybody wants me to do, I have got the LG35 as well, and I have got some deep targets if you want me to do that. It's just that these are more specialised coils, aren't they? So you probably won't see many videos out using this coil, but I do know, especially over there, overseas, you can detect parks, and it's a great coil for parks. So I'll put it in a park situation now. My test garden, which will get the coil on, is quite littered with items apart from good items, which is a bit like parts, isn't it? So yeah, I've got a bit of a situation, iron arrangement here that we're going to go through first, and then with them settings we'll transfer and go over to the test garden, hitting some Romans, iron infested and mineralised rock infested. Got loads of items in there, so we'll go over that as well. But what I want to do, I want to tune the detector into this and show you how tuning into something that you can see, you can transfer it over. Yeah, so let's get on with it. So there's so many different arrangements, and this is what the smaller coil does. I'm going to show you as well, not just the performance on the 1.08, but the performance compared to bigger coils, which this coil will perform better in the situation. So we'll get, that's in the centre there, I hope you can see that, but that's just, it's about 1.5 inches high just to get the depth. And what are we doing here now? We'll just put 2 pieces of iron either side like that, and we'll just go through some settings. I'm going to play around with audio gain as well a bit. I haven't used it on here yet, but I have used audio response on the DS2 on one of my trashy sites, and it's so good on the trashy site. So say you've got loads of items on the surface. On mine it was like, it was green waste about 2 inches deep. It hadn't been ploughed in that, a bit like a park. And I was after the deeper coins. So by dropping the audio gain, by dropping it, the items on the surface were really loud. But I was searching for the whisper signals. Through the audio, you can tell the deeper signals if you don't have that audio gain too high. If you have the audio gain too high, the signals that are deep and the signals that are shallow will sound exactly the same, and you won't get that perspective of depth. Great feature on the Legend now. So on them sites, if you drop that audio gain, the signals on the top will sound louder, and you'll be after hunting them weaker signals which are underneath. So that's one way of using it. That's how I used it on that site, on that patch of land. The other way of using it is if you're going for deep relic hunting and you've got like a big coil on. There's not much in need for separation as such like that, and you're just after them deep signals, them deep targets, and then you bang the audio gain right up. Bit like the I think on the 1.07 I was hitting, what's happening to the camera? I was hitting the 19-20 inch harder bronze coins. I was hitting it, but I couldn't hear that I was hitting it. Now with the audio gain, I might not have been able to hit it with the 107, I don't know, because I did mess around with the iron bias as well, the iron filter. But with the audio gain, that deep signal sounded diggable in your ears, you know. So great feature. I might mess around with it a bit in the test garden, but that's how I'd use it. You can use it in 2 ways. You use it for deep targets, or you can use it to separate audially the shallower targets from the deeper targets, and just go over and just dig the whispers, the faint whispers. Yeah, great feature. I'm going to show you a bit about the stability. The stability, it runs with, so say you've got iron filter at 4. If you right click, you've got steps of stability, and this fine tunes the actual number that you've picked for. It fine tunes it, and what it's for is if you're getting a bit of falsing on iron but you need to run forward. If you need to run forward, say on here now, if we run 5, we're not getting it, but if we run forward, we are getting it, but it's falsing on iron. So then we go over to the stabilizer, 2, still got it, 2.3. See how it stabilises, it's not falsing on iron as much. So you've got so many increments, but that 5 is too high. So it's stabilising the iron. So it's you've got so much with the iron filter. You've got so much. You've got your standard 1 to 8, but then you haven't got the increments in 8, but you've got the increments in the others. So the stability, it was set at 4. So if you come out of stability at 2, you go back into the iron filter, go back to 5, that'll still be at 2. So it's like a sub menu, but it works through all the steps, and it just stops the falsing, which is great on that. So we've got 4 stability on that, but then we're running at IF5, but then we can go to IF4. It's clearing it up a bit, and that stability is still there at 4. Let's drop it to 3, the stability, falsing a bit, so 4, 4. So that's the stability gone through a bit there. Now the situation of, this is the situation I'm going to give here now, is with an 11-inch coil on this, that would hit. But if you had iron here and here down the barrel 4 times, an 11-inch coil would struggle, because there's 4 big items of iron underneath the coil. But with a smaller coil, it can get between there, so you're setting a different configuration up. I'm about 3-4 inches above the nails there, and that's what I've gone to with my tests about the different size of coils. It just gives you a different configuration on an iron arrangement in the ground to get between and get up closer to pieces of iron, and that situation there where there's barrel iron, so it's like a song, and the coin in the middle, and the smaller configuration is getting between that smaller configuration of coils, getting between the configuration of the iron that's in the ground that you can't change. The only way you can change the configuration, the layout of iron in the ground, is to either hit at an angle or change the coil size. So this is my Roman test garden. There's a video on my channel of me burying small 5p size Romans at different depths. I don't know if you can hear the iron. Let me turn the iron up here. Let me turn the iron up. So the iron, turn it up to 10 just for this. And that's the iron. And there's little bits of rubbish in there as well. So that's how iron and item infested it is. We'll turn that back down now to 3. So the settings are going to be recovery at 8, iron filter at 3, Volume 1, audio gain 3 we'll keep at for now. We're in field and all metal. This one is just under the surface, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for 31, 30s. This one is 2 inches deep. We will mess around with audio gain here now, because that's quite faint. So we'll go over audio gain. Let's do audio gain 1. Three, 5. Let's put it back down to 3. This is very hard. This is just loads of iron around it. This is at 4 inches. Let's see if we can get it to hit that. That's slowing recovery down. Just getting that little bit of extra depth. Have we got that though? Let's just IF down a bit. Yeah, it starts to get it. Very hard target. Let's try and put the put it up to 10 recovery. There it is, it's there. It's getting it, but I don't know if you get it on a natural swing, but it's very hard target. This is 2 inches deep, this is 6 inches. There it is. Now I can tell you now that with the 11 inch, it struggles getting that target, and there must be some iron in the configuration there that we're getting in between. That's a 6 inch Roman, that with iron all around it and trash. 8 inches. We're looking for the 30s or 20s. It's a bit choppy. It is hitting it a little now and again there. There it is. 34, 35 coming in there. Just, but it's 2, 4, 6, 8 inches. Tiny Roman. That big. That big. So we could do a drop and recovery. Let's see if it's gonna. There we are. Let's get the let's get the to pop out a bit, turn the audio gain up a bit. Screaming. 8 inch tiny Roman, 9 inch tiny Roman. Because it's deep, you've got to drop recovery, but you need the recovery for we're in pitch zones, don't forget. Right, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. The update should be here next week, I think, if everything goes okay. This is what I've been told. If everything goes alright, which it's going, they've done a great job. They've done a great job. It depends what all the testers are finding out. It should be next week. Obviously, they don't want to release it until it's spot on, and that's what we all want, don't we? So yeah, just hold on a bit longer, and you'll soon be in the field. Even no doubt about it, no doubt that you will be going over your already done permissions and pulling loads more history up. So exciting times ahead. Yeah, please like and subscribe if if you like what you see in that. Much appreciated.